Hey, Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these. Hey, Tom Rabbit! The idea of multiple personalities has even been rejected in the modern diagnostic and statistical manual of psychiatry. It gained popularity in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, and it lingers on to this day. But they have even abandoned that diagnosis within the psychiatric manual. Okay, there's no proof that people have multiple distinct personalities.
I don't know. I've met somebody and I was quite convinced. I don't think they were acting.
Okay, well, I got bad news for you. Do you know who Kenneth Bianchi is?
No.
Okay, Kenneth Bianchi was a serial killer, right?
Well, I mean, somebody might have used an
May
excuse.
I finish? May I finish, please? Okay, Kenneth Bianchi was a serial killer. He was also studying psychology and abnormal psychology, right? And he was a very devious person. By the time he finally got caught, okay, when he was evaluated by psychiatrists, he convinced the psychiatrist that he had multiple personalities. A police detective called BS on it. When he further investigated other homes that Kenneth Bianchi had lived in, he found out that he had a collection of books studying psychology and behavioral psychology. So he knew how to play the part.
Well, that
So
was
this
him.
may I finish, please?
Yeah, I mean, I
So
get
the
know where
police
you're getting.
detective, okay, yeah. Hey, Sunshine, do you have multiple personalities?
I don't, but we talked earlier.
Good, then
I'm
stop
trying to
over
attack
talking
you.
me, because the one personality I'm talking to should get the idea that you shouldn't overtalk me. Now, the police detective called BS on this, and he decided to set a trap, right? And so that when certain personalities would emerge in these various psychiatric investigations, they would give some information, but that information popped up into the personality of another one, showing that he was faking it. And then Bianchi finally had to admit, and the psychiatrist had to admit that they're duped. There is no empirical, there is no, okay, there
That's
is
not
no,
how
listen, there
the
is
people that I know.
no, you know what? Listen to
Sorry,
me carefully. How much studying of psychology have you done?
a
Can
decent
you let her
amount.
say something,
I've
dude? What the fuck?
Hey,
so
Constance, be quiet or
I've
you're going to get muted.
Stop lecturing.
when I've talked to people with
Okay,
multiple
have it your
personality
way.
disorder, what they
Where's that?
described as
Where's
the
multiple personalities disorder? Where's that?
We meant
What?
identity disorder. That's what I
No,
meant.
it's not. It's not in the DSM.
Look, you know what I'm trying to say. Let's not debate. Like,
No, you just said it's a disorder. Are you saying that this is a part of the official DSM?
No, I'm not. I'm talking about
Good.
experience I've had.
Psychiatry
So
has rejected that this is legitimate.
Look, you're debunking what I'm saying before I've actually said anything. So,
Yeah,
you know, if you want to have a
you said
conversation, you
multiple
got to give me
personality
an
disorder.
opportunity.
Psychiatry doesn't recognize multiple
Look,
personality disorder.
fine. According to you, then fine. But that's irrelevant to what I'm saying.
Well, the DSM.
Well, where are you getting that there's a multiple personality disorder?
There are people with multiple personalities.
How do you know that? How do you know that?
You know, you're describing it in a way like you haven't let me answer the first thing, and then you're just
How do
asking
you know that people have actual
Darth.
distinct personalities rather than they're acting distinctly different?
For fuck's sake, stop interrupting her.
Okay, last time. That's it.
It's called DID, Darth.
You know,
now,
it's not.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. I want to make a point of moderation.
I mean, I haven't gotten to make any points.
No, I'm not talking.
Okay. So, I mean, I had something to say about the other comments that you were making about, like, you know, debunking, you know, Islam basically. But you were talking about multiple personality disorder. People that I met with multiple personality disorder, they described it as it's like everybody's in the same car, but there's a different person driving.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that they have multiple personalities.
Sometimes there are several personalities that
No,
are
you're
kind of fronting. They call
you're begging the question.
I'm not begging any question. They
Okay.
call it fronting.
Hold on a second. Do you even know what begging the question is? What does begging the question mean?
In what way am I begging the question?
Okay.
So you don't know what it means.
Okay, everybody be quiet. If anybody, hey, listen, Sunshine, I'm really getting irritated with you. Good. Then act like a young woman. Act like a young woman. Okay, bye-bye. Listen, last warning. Overtalk me again, I'm going to serve them at you. Okay? Now, I asked you okay, bye.
It's better to take the escape hatch, right?
Yeah, these people act obnoxiously, okay, when they're spewing out just historical garbage, right? And then they feel like they're being mistreated, okay? You stated that there was a multiple personality disorder. It doesn't exist in psychiatry, okay?
And then she started giving a just so story.
Now, it used to exist years ago, but contemporary psychiatry has realized that they couldn't provide empirical and scientific proof of this. Okay. Now, I asked you what begging the question was, or she left. Okay. And she says, I'm not begging the question. Good. What's begging the question? She didn't know what that was.
Hey, Darth, why do you think that atheists are such big liars?
Why? Because they don't want to acknowledge the God that they know because they're bitter clingers to their autonomous reasoning.
That's like saying, why does a starving person eat rats, right? Because they got nothing else.
The next day.
Okay, I'm unmuted now. I mean, I don't feel like there have been any, because, yeah, I studied evolution in school. I didn't see any holes in it. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't holes in the fossil record, but like the concept of evolution and the way that it works.
That's because that's because they only tell you a one-sided picture.
I mean, I have a degree in it, so
you have a degree. Okay, so let me ask you this question: Does the fossil record exemplify? Here we go again. Okay. Does the fossil record exemplify stasis or transition?
I mean, a little bit of both. I mean, things that work stay.
That is flatly incorrect. Some of the world's top paleontologists that are staunch evolutionists recognize, this is widely known in paleontology, that the fossil record exemplifies stasis, not transition. The creatures that appear in the fossilized remains, they appear abruptly and they disappear abruptly without numerous transitional forms. Okay, that is an undisputable fact of the so-called fossil record. Okay.
Well, if they would disappear, that's because that either there was a mass extinction event, or because that particular form wasn't.
You're not getting it. Okay, you're not getting it. Okay. The creatures that we find. Okay, the creatures that we find. There are no numerous intermediary species whatsoever. There's only a handful of disputable creatures like Tiktaalik, which that doesn't even hold water, or Archaeopteryx. Okay.
Right. Well, first of all, I say.
Okay, so do you understand? Do you understand that the fossil record is actually inconsistent with the theory of evolution?
No, and I just said earlier.
Why did Stephen Jay Gould popularize punctuated equilibrium then?
Punctuated equilibrium has been basically debunked.
Okay, do you know what that is?
Of course, I studied evolution. You don't have to be.
Yeah, your microphone. You're roboting. You sound like you're underwater. What is punctuated equilibrium? Do you know?
Yes, like I said, it's been mostly punctuated equilibrium has been debunked. We don't believe in that.
Okay, stop there. Okay, you have a big problem as a grown up. Okay, you have a big problem. When I ask you a straightforward adult question, I expect a straightforward adult answer, whether or not I agree with the content. But you are giving me entirely childish responses. Okay, what is punctuated equilibrium?
I mean, I know what it is. I mean, I don't need to be patronized.
Okay, you're wasting my time. You're dancing, you're dodging. Okay, you're bullshitting. Okay, do you
you-
know what
you asked
punctuated?
me-
Do you know what Okay, you know what? Last warning. I unmuted you. I unmuted you to give you another chance. You're acting like a jerk, exactly like you did the last time. All right. Now continue acting like a jerk, and with that further warning, I'm going to server mute you. Okay. Now, yes
Are
or
you
no?
serious?
Do you know what punctuated equilibrium is?
Yes.
Good. Explain it to me in 1 or 2 sentences.
Punctuated equilibrium is the belief that there are, rather than like a gradual change over time, there are periods of like a lot of evolutionary change that happen all at once, and then where it stays the same for a while, and then it happens a lot all at once, and then it stays. And it kind of looks like, if you look at the change, it's almost like a staircase in graphs that they create.
Okay,
And
you only
then
got
there
it partially correct. You left out that evolution happens in such rapid bursts. Okay, it does not leave behind telltale fossilized remains, which you did not get. Now, how has it been debunked?
It's been debunked because we see like microevolution happening over time,
No, stop
and we don't
right there.
often
Will you
see.
stop bullshitting? Listen to me. I've studied evolution. Stop
I'm not
bullshitting me,
bullshitting.
okay?
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
yeah, you are. Listen to me carefully.
I have.
You know you're bullshitting. I know you're bullshitting. Listen very carefully.
Why do
Microevolution.
Darth?
Microevolution. Okay, bye-bye, sunshine. I took you off mute. Now you're going back on.
Nice.
What a boy! I pity the fool that gets into a relationship with her. Okay, you see, I have a sure fuse. I don't put up with bullshit anymore on Discord. Okay, because people have been bullshitting me for years. Okay, and that's what she was
Maybe we
doing.
should get off
Punctuated
it.
equilibrium has not been debunked. Okay, invoking the idea that there is a microevolution in no way mitigates against punctuated equilibrium. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She couldn't even give a correct assessment or statement of punctuated equilibrium.
Yeah.
No, she goes, "Oh, I haven't seen evidence." Okay, have you ventured to watch any videos or read books that go after the theory of evolution? Okay, I'll bet you she hasn't. She's full of crap, because when you go through high school and undergraduate and graduate work, they really don't cover very much anti-evolution stuff. Now, there are some courses where the professor will peruse briefly, okay, the anti-evolution stance, but it's rarely done, and it's done at a cursory level. It's not done as presenting it seriously. I bet you I bet you she would be a complete deer in the headlights. Explain to me the probabilistic problem of evolution. See, this is what gets my indignation fired up rapidly, is people who start lying to me. By the way, did you get that, Tom Rabbit?